someone who's outside the administration can claim that privilege as well as an advisor to the president. And that's another big question that hasn't been answered. DOJ, in a memo from Paul Clement a number of years ago, Deputy Attorney General Clement, had indicated that he believed that this was something that the privilege, the executive privilege, did cover folks who weren't in the administration advising the president. So there's a lot of legal issues here that are going to end up making their way through the process. Whether you think they're bogus, whether I think they're bogus, the bottom line is they have a colorable claim that they're going to make, and they're going to wind up in court over it when DOJ tries to enforce it, if DOJ seeks to enforce it. The other question is, does the Biden administration want to curtail their own executive powers, that they may want to exercise down the road, which is also a big question that DOJ, White House counsel are going to have to take into consideration.
Hold on a second. Ben, the colorable claim, how? No former president has ever exercised executive.
No,
hold on. No. Not only has it never happened, it's never happened because it can't happen. The privilege goes with the office, not the person. And that's why past presidents ask current presidents to exercise the privilege. Jimmy, Ben, what do we know about this?
And that's only happened as it relates to documents. It hasn't happened as it relates to testimony. And I agree.
But it doesn't mean you have a colorable claim just because something hasn't happened.
New.
Let's let Ben get in.
They're going to have an ability to make an argument.
But that doesn't mean you get a case.
It does not mean it's a colorable claim.
Right.
It does not mean it's a colorable claim. And besides, let's remember what we're talking about here. The Trump argument is going to have to be, and the Biden administration would have to sign off on this, that the official acts that are being covered by executive privilege are breaking into the Capitol and trying to stop the peaceful transfer of power by certifying the Electoral College. How that fits into the notion of what executive privilege is supposed to cover, I really don't know.
I mean, look, your better argument here, Jimmy, isn't legal.
I think that's the better argument, though. If I'm on the other side of this, and I'm sitting there saying, okay, what was the privilege intended to cover?
He doesn't have a privilege.
Let's see, what was its privilege intended to cover? I agree with Ben in that in this instance, it's going to be very hard to argue that it's in the national interests to protect that privilege, right?
But you don't have a privilege to exercise, and there's a reason that this has only happened when former presidents have asked current ones, Jim.
Right. They asked current presidents, and it's traditionally been that current presidents grant that privilege. It'll be interesting to see because Biden hasn't said one way or the other on this. Jen Psaki said
the White House said no.
The White House said no in a press, but then they said we're going to take it on a case-by-case basis.
Yeah, and this is the first case, and they said no. Come on, Jimmy.
The proof of the pudding, Chris, is going to be whether Merrick Garland and the Justice Department sort of get off the bench and get into the game.
Right.
That's right.
I totally agree with that.
It's really going to be up to DOJ on this.
Yeah,
100%.
Look, it is, which is why Congress couldn't wait to get it to them. That's why they're going to have their vote. But, Jimmy, the only reason that this doesn't go bad is because the optics are bad. When you started mentioning Biden, I thought you were going to say, does Biden really want to make Bannon a martyr? Does he really want to have this guy sitting out there as someone who seems like he was unfairly punished, although I don't think that's true under the facts. Anyway, gentlemen, I got to jump. I appreciate it. Ben, thank you very much. Jimmy, appreciate you. Thank you for not running away when your picture went out. I know you had second thoughts.